About a little girl named Meg and her grandma. Grandma sees that wants to take Meg to the beach because she sees that the waves are low enough today to take Meg to the beach. So we're gonna read to figure out what happens when they go to the beach. Make sure it's still tracking you, Mariah, sorry. So Meg is gonna go with her grandma down to the sea. Today, as you read, I want you to be thinking about cause and effect. You're thinking about
cause and effect.
Cause and effect. Cause and effect is when we think about why something happened and what happened. Listen closely. When we think about cause and effect, we have to think of why and what. We have to think of
why and what.
Yes, why and what. So we have to think of why something happened and what happened. For instance, if I go to the sea, if I go to the beach and the waves are really low, but a wave suddenly splash on me, I have to splashes all over me. I have to think about why that happened. So the why is the waves got bigger. The waves got bigger, big enough to splash all over me. And what happened was that I got wet. So the why is that the waves got really big, and then the what is that I got wet. The reason I use that example is because in this book we're gonna have to think about why. In part of this book we're gonna have to think about why Meg, what happens to Meg, and why that happens to Meg. In this book, we're going to be thinking about what happens to Meg and why that happened to Meg as you read. So, as we read, we're going to use our same word solving strategy. What do we do when we come to a word we don't know? What is the first thing we always do? What is the first thing we always do, Mariah? We sound it out. We always sound it out. If we sound out a word that we don't know and we still can't figure out what that word is, what is another strategy we can take? What have we been talking about more recently? What's another strategy, Uriah? We can chunk it. What can we do, Mariah? Yes, chunk it. Who can explain to me what chunking is? What is chunking, Mariah?
Chunking is when you go for a little word inside a big word.
Say it again. Yes. What did Mariah just say, Uriah?
She said she found when you chunk it.
Yes, when you chunk, we look for smaller words inside of bigger words. And we can also look for smaller sounds. So, track this word. This is a big T word. If I saw a word this big, I'm not going to get scared because I know I can chunk it and look for smaller words and smaller sounds. So, if I'm looking at this big T word, I don't know what this word is, but at the beginning of this word, I see a smaller word. So I'm going to cover up the rest of the word, and I'm going to look at the smaller word. What is this smaller word? Yes, two. Two. So I know that this word begins with two. This word begins with two. Then I'm going to sound out the rest of the letters I see. Two, g, and I see a sound. What does TH say? Yes. Two, g, and now I can look at the ending. What does ER say, Uriah? Yes, So we found two sounds. And and then I know this smaller word at the beginning, two. So I'm gonna sound it out with the words, the smaller words I see, and the sounds I know, just like this. Two, and what's this word? Together, just like that. So as you read, you're gonna chunk words just so you can figure out what bigger words are. That means you're gonna look for smaller words and smaller sounds in the words. Also, don't forget to think about cause and effect. You're gonna be thinking about why something happened and what happened. Okay? See that straight? When I tap in front of you, you're gonna start reading.
You walk on the way.
Good job, Jacob, Aiden. What do you need?
I went inside the to see the grandma. Oh, good. Yes.
Toward the fast